When the stars don't align, the harder you strive, the more you lose. When your destiny hasn't ripened, even the brightest opportunities before you dissolve like mist. When you're chasing the wrong path to wealth, every effort pulls you deeper into struggle and scarcity. This world doesn't always crown the most diligent. It celebrates those who seize the right moment, harness their destiny, and align with the natural flow of prosperity. Are you gliding with the current of life, or are you draining yourself, battling against it in vain? This audiobook isn't a shortcut to instant riches, nor does it promise a magic formula for wealth. Instead, it offers you a key to a hidden system, a mechanism that silently shapes the financial fates of millions, including yours. If you're tired of poverty, weary of cycles of misfortune, or stuck in a loop of financial stagnation, this is your guide to awakening your financial destiny. It will show you how to act at the perfect time, align with your unique destiny, and tap into the flow of abundance. Don't skip a single moment of this journey. Once you connect with the right path, you'll see why some remain trapped in poverty their entire lives, while others, at the precise moment, attract wealth as if it were their birthright. Chapter 1. Understanding timing, destiny, and flow. Have you ever marveled at someone who rose from obscurity to immense wealth in just a few years? Or wondered why others, despite relentless hard work, remain mired in hardship? The difference isn't just talent, effort, or education. It's rooted in three invisible forces that govern the trajectory of our lives: timing, destiny, and flow. What is timing? Timing is the rhythm of the era, the wind that carries the tides of history. It's the context of the moment, the cycle of society, and the pulse of the universe itself. It might be a golden year of opportunity, a period of transformation, or a rising wave of change that elevates those who ride it. No great success in history has ever been divorced from timing. For instance, opening an internet cafe in Vietnam in the year 2000, when technology was surging, was almost a guaranteed path to profit. But try the same venture in 2025, with smartphones and 5G dominating daily life, and you'd likely fail. It's not that your approach was flawed, it's that you missed the moment. Timing isn't just about picking the right year or month, it's about sensing the undercurrents of larger trends, shifts in what people buy, breakthroughs in technology, changes in cultural values, or the ebb and flow of economic cycles. The wise don't act impulsively, nor do they freeze in place. They choose the precise moment to move, like farmers who know when to sow seeds and when to let the fields rest. Those who live with awareness know when to push forward with intensity, when to build their foundations quietly, and when to pause and observe. In Eastern wisdom, heavenly timing is the first pillar of any triumph. Without it, your efforts are like scattering seeds in the dead of winter. No matter how much love you pour into them, they won't take root. The wise live in harmony with the moment, the foolish resist it, and the awakened anticipate the next era before it dawns. What is destiny? Destiny is your personal energy, the unique force that propels you through life. If timing is the river of the world, destiny is the boat you steer upon it. Some people encounter the perfect moment, but flounder because their destiny is weak or misdirected. Others, with a robust destiny, navigate through temporary storms and advance steadily toward their goals. Destiny is a blend of many elements: your innate character, your current state of mind, the energy you put into your actions, the goodwill you've cultivated over time, and the spiritual and environmental forces surrounding you. In essence, destiny isn't just fate handed down by the heavens, it's the symphony of your thoughts, body, and spirit in a particular phase of life. Those with strong destiny aren't merely fortunate. They've accumulated enough positive energy through their deeds and intentions. A turbulent mind, even with abundant energy, leads to misguided choices and wrong turns. A calm, clear mind makes decisions that align with destiny's current, guiding you toward success. In everyday life, destiny reveals itself through subtle signs. Things fall into place effortlessly. You cross paths with the right people at the right time. Your choices rarely lead you astray, and you feel an inner steadiness, even when the world around you feels chaotic. Like the seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, destiny moves in cycles. Everyone experiences peaks and valleys in their journey. The challenge isn't to avoid the lows, but to recognize where you stand in your cycle, so you can pace yourself wisely, moving slowly when needed, or with endurance when the path demands it. What is flow? Flow is the channel through which wealth travels to you. If timing is the wave and destiny is your vessel, flow is the specific route you choose to sail. Those who find the right flow achieve profound results with minimal struggle, as if the universe itself is guiding their efforts. Others, however, exhaust themselves paddling against the current, trapped in a whirlpool of fruitless toil. Flow operates on 3 interconnected levels. The flow of your craft, the field or industry that aligns with both the era's demands and your personal strengths. The flow of your model, the way you structure your work, generate income, and deliver value to the world. The flow of your audience, the people you serve, the source of your income, and the energy exchanged in that relationship. Many people falter not because they lack ability, but because they've chosen the wrong flow. They pour their energy into fading industries, cling to outdated business models, serve audiences with no need for their offerings, or rely on methods that clash with the times. Meanwhile, those who embrace a simple, aligned path see wealth flow to them year after year, almost effortlessly. Consider the digital age. Those who pivoted early to e-commerce or online platforms outpaced those tethered to traditional brick-and-mortar stores. It's not about being more intelligent. It's about being in the right flow at the right time. Why must you align timing, destiny, and flow? Wealth doesn't spring from a single element in isolation. Perfect timing with a weak destiny lets opportunities slip through your fingers. A strong destiny in the wrong flow leads to exhaustion and diminishing returns. The right flow at the wrong time yields no fruit. Those who achieve lasting prosperity understand how to weave these 3 forces into a cohesive system. They read the pulse of the era, nurture their personal energy, and select the flow that channels wealth to them naturally. In an age of rapid change, mastering this alignment is more vital than ever. Hard work alone no longer guarantees success. The world today rewards those who move in the right direction, at the right moment, with authentic inner strength. When you harmonize timing, destiny, and flow, you don't need to chase wealth. It seeks you out, like water flowing to the lowest point, steady and unstoppable. In the chapters to come, we'll dive deeper into each element. How to recognize when you're in the right moment, how to cultivate your destiny to prepare for breakthroughs, and how to identify the flow of wealth that resonates with your skills, mindset, and accumulated goodwill. Those who are awake don't scramble after opportunities, they create them. Those who live in sync with timing, destiny, and flow don't beg for prosperity. It arrives as naturally and powerfully as a river finding its course. Chapter 2. Mastering the Art of Timing. In both life and business, timing is the invisible hand that shapes outcomes. You can do everything right, but if the moment isn't ripe, your efforts may come to nothing, or worse, backfire. It's like boarding a high-speed train. You must step on at the exact moment. Arrive too early, and you're left waiting, drained of energy and hope. Arrive too late, and you're stuck with regret, watching the train disappear into the distance. Success doesn't belong to the swiftest runner. It belongs to those who move in rhythm with the moment, neither rushing ahead nor lagging behind. One of the most common pitfalls is swinging between two extremes: impatience for instant success or hesitation that misses the window of opportunity. The impatient are often driven by greed or envy, leaping into trends they see others profiting from without doing their homework. They believe speed alone will carry them to victory. But acting before the moment is ready is like planting seeds in the frozen ground of winter. Your efforts either wither or lie dormant. These early movers skip essential groundwork, burn through resources, and when the market isn't prepared, they're left with empty pockets and shattered confidence. They become the unsung pioneers, clearing the path for those who follow to reap the rewards. Conversely, procrastinators are paralyzed by the pursuit of perfection, fear of failure, or a sense of being unprepared. They stand frozen as opportunities pass them by, overanalyzing every detail until the market shifts and the door slams shut. These are the latecomers, not because they lack talent, but because they lack decisiveness. Their hesitation doesn't just cost them opportunities. It breeds self-doubt, eroding their belief in their own abilities. How do you avoid these traps? How do you find the sweet spot of timing, neither too early nor too late? The answer lies in reading the moment. In today's fast-moving world, this means understanding not just the surface of economic or political trends, but the deeper currents, shifts in societal values, the psychology of the masses, technological revolutions, changes in consumer culture, and your own state of readiness. Those who master timing act with clarity and sensitivity, not driven by impulse or paralyzed by fear. Reading the moment begins with broad observation. Keep an eye on economic signals, but don't stop there. Study how people behave. What do they care about? What do they fear? What do they dream of? Which industries are quietly gaining traction? Which old habits are fading away? Those who excel at timing don't chase fleeting headlines. They sense the deeper shifts, like divers spotting a change in the ocean's currents before the waves break on the surface. Next, practice deep listening to the market, to your customers, and to your own inner voice. Sometimes, the moment isn't found in external signs, but within you, in your energy, your intuition, or a quiet certainty that the time has come. Listening requires stillness. Those who rush through life miss the subtle shift in the wind's direction. Those who hesitate miss the call to action. Only those who pause with a calm mind can catch the signal of the right moment. Finally, embrace constant adaptation. The world is in perpetual motion. A strategy that worked last month may be obsolete today. Success isn't about crafting a flawless plan. It's about staying nimble enough to pivot with the times. Like surfers riding the waves, you adjust to each swell, never forcing a rigid path. This might mean tweaking your business model, refining your product, reshuffling your team, or even rethinking your core beliefs and approach to life. Those who master timing don't act out of fear of being left behind, nor do they freeze out of fear of making mistakes. They understand that the right moment isn't when everything is perfect, but when they're ready, the market shows promise, and their inner compass aligns. They don't race ahead of the era or trail behind others. They step forward at the precise moment, in the right direction, with a heart full of clarity. A Buddhist teaching reminds us, everything that arrives at the right time is blessed. But to recognize that time, you must cultivate the wisdom of timing. This isn't knowledge from textbooks. It's forged in the fires of experience, honed by sharp observation, tempered by the lessons of failure, and sharpened by the ability to connect scattered signals into a clear map for action. Above all, it requires patience without procrastination and courage without recklessness. Like a farmer tending seeds, you don't dig them up daily to check their growth. You nurture them, water them, protect them, and trust they'll sprout when the season arrives. In business, there are seasons for planting, times to learn, build foundations, and do what's right even without immediate rewards. Then come seasons for swift action, when you must move decisively, without hesitation, as the moment crests. You can't force time to ripen, just as you can't rush a fruit to maturity, but you can create the conditions for it to bloom in its season. The same applies to your own journey. Don't compare yourself to those who bloom earlier. They're in their season. Tend to your own, for each person has their unique timing, destiny, and flow. To master timing is to resist the pressure of the crowd, the pull of media hype, or the envy of others' fleeting victories. It's about staying clear-eyed to see the truth, bold enough to change course, wise enough to adjust your approach, and brave enough to act when you know the moment has arrived. This is the art of living in harmony with time, not racing ahead, not falling behind, but moving with the current. When you live this way, outcomes unfold with ease, with sustainability, without struggle. For you're not fighting time, you're dancing with it. Chapter 3. Aligning with your destiny. Many of us have asked, why, despite all my efforts, does my destiny feel stalled? I study tirelessly, work relentlessly, yet I'm met with dead ends, quiet struggles, and a life that refuses to move forward. The answer often lies not in your circumstances, but deep within your inner world. Your destiny isn't stuck because you're unlucky. It's likely because your mind is unsettled. Destiny, or your personal energy, isn't some distant force beyond your control. It's the sum of your mindset, your habits, your actions, and the invisible magnetic field you project into the world. A restless mind scatters your energy. Scattered energy blocks the flow of opportunities, luck, and prosperity. A cluttered mindset is like a muddy lake. Even if pure water flows in, it's lost in the murk, unable to form a clear, vibrant stream. This restlessness manifests in many forms. Some are consumed by anxiety, haunted by fears of failure, scarcity, or being left behind. Others grapple with inner conflicts, yearning for success, but secretly doubting their worth. Some chase every opportunity out of greed, blind to what truly suits them. Others are weighed down by the expectations of family, society, or peers, drowning out the quiet voice of their own soul. A turbulent mind leads to misguided actions. Misguided actions, even in the perfect moment, produce lackluster results. Like a sailor in panic, even with favorable winds, you'll steer off course, collide with obstacles, or sink in your own confusion. To transform your destiny, you must first calm your mind. A calm mind isn't forced stillness. It's a state of clarity, free from the pull of fear or the push of unchecked ambition. It allows you to see what to pursue, what to release, and what to patiently await. When your mind is no longer trapped in anxiety or haste, your energy begins to flow freely, like water finding a clear, open path through the earth. How do you break free from a cycle of misfortune if it feels like bad luck is closing in around you? The first step is to shift your mindset. If you believe you're cursed with bad luck, you'll act timidly, with hesitation and distrust, attracting more negative outcomes. But if you reframe delays as moments of purification, setbacks as lessons for growth, or challenges as opportunities to refine yourself, your mind shifts from despair to possibility. A positive mindset isn't about painting a rosy picture. It's about seeking the deeper lessons, uncovering the root causes of your struggles, and adjusting your course with intention. The second step is to purify your energy. Your energy isn't just shaped by your actions. It's influenced by your emotions, your environment, and the relationships you keep. Take a moment to reflect. Who surrounds you? Do they uplift you, sparking inspiration and growth, or do they drag you into a cycle of complaints, blame, and judgment? What about your living space? Is it cluttered, dim, and stifling? Or is it open, orderly, and infused with vitality? Even the thoughts you dwell on daily shape your energy. If your mind is filled with thoughts of failure, fear, envy, or resentment, your energy becomes heavy and stagnant. In this state, even if opportunities knock, you may lack the intuition to recognize them or the confidence to seize them. Purifying your energy doesn't require complex rituals or grand gestures. Sometimes, it's as simple as starting your day with a moment of silence to listen to your heart, writing down 3 things you're grateful for, cutting ties with toxic relationships, or decluttering your home to create a space that breathes life. A clean environment invites destiny to take root. A clear soul becomes a magnet for opportunity. The final step is to plant good seeds. This is a principle many overlook, yet it's the cornerstone of lasting change. Your destiny won't shift sustainably if you cling to old patterns. Laziness, procrastination, anger, dishonesty, or discontent. Planting good seeds isn't limited to grand acts like charity. It begins with small, intentional choices. Keeping your promises, speaking words of kindness, sharing with others sincerely, offering help when it's needed, or refraining from harming others in thought, word, or deed. What you sow, you reap. But don't expect destiny to transform instantly after one good act. It requires consistent effort, a patient accumulation of goodwill, and sometimes challenges that test the sincerity of your change. Those new to planting good seeds may not see immediate results. In fact, they might face even greater obstacles at first. This isn't a sign of failure or bad luck. It's the process of clearing away old residue, preparing fertile ground for a new destiny to take hold. Ask yourself, is my poverty a result of destiny, or is it a reflection of a heart that's out of alignment? If you're still nurturing inner conflicts, holding on to harmful habits, or allowing greed, anger, or delusion to guide you, then even with perfect timing and the right flow, your destiny lacks the strength to embrace abundance. Poverty isn't always a lack of opportunity. Often, it's a mirror of a mind that hasn't yet been set free. Your destiny doesn't lie outside you, it lives within you. A clear heart calls destiny forth. A tangled heart blocks its path. Instead of waiting passively for luck to arrive, turn inward and untangle the knots within. Lighten your energy, purify your thoughts, align your actions with integrity. When you walk the path of a clear and steady mind, destiny finds you, not with fanfare or rush, but with a deep, unshakable certainty that transforms your life. Chapter 4. Tapping into the flow of wealth. We often encounter stories that seem remarkably similar, yet their outcomes couldn't be more different. 2 people sell the same product, operate in the same industry, start with comparable resources and knowledge, but one achieves extraordinary success within a year, while the other fails or barely survives. On the surface, the reasons for this gap are elusive, but look closer, and the answer always circles back to 3 core elements: timing, destiny, and flow. When these forces converge perfectly, you've tapped into the flow of wealth. The flow of wealth isn't a specific career, a fixed industry, or a one-size-fits-all blueprint for riches. It's the dynamic intersection where your unique talents, the demands of the moment, and your chosen approach align to create value that naturally transforms into sustainable prosperity. To grasp this flow, you must first understand that money doesn't appear by chance. It's the fruit of an exchange of energy. But that value only matters if it's delivered at the right time, in the right place, in the right way, to the right people. Offering something wonderful that the market doesn't need won't pay your bills. A stellar product pitched poorly will leave you struggling. Diving into a trendy industry that clashes with your core energy will drain you. The flow of wealth isn't just about choosing the right job. It's about finding the perfect alignment between what you bring to the world, what the world craves, and the moment to shine. Each person is born with a distinct essence, a unique destiny, and a reservoir of goodwill shaped by their life's choices. Some are wired for creativity, others for analysis. Some thrive in retail, others in strategic investing. Some excel working solo, while others need a community to flourish. When everyone chases the same hot industry without self-awareness, they stray from their flow. This misalignment is why so many toil endlessly with little to show for it. Gains come, but they're fragile, slipping away quickly. Finding your flow demands a journey of self-discovery. Ask yourself, what are my natural gifts, the abilities I carry effortlessly? What can I do with such ease that it feels like second nature? What goodwill have I built through my family, my past actions, or the way I live my values? What phase of life am I in, and what path to wealth suits this stage? These questions aren't simple, but each answer brings you closer to your flow, a place where money doesn't need to be chased because you've created a channel so clear and natural that it flows to you like a river to the sea. A true flow reveals itself through three critical elements. 1. The right field, an industry or profession that aligns with both market demand and your personal energy. If you're introspective and thrive on deep thinking, a high-energy sales job might exhaust you. If you're fueled by connection, solitary work might stifle your spirit. Don't chase fads. Choose a field that resonates with your core being. 2. The right model, the structure and strategy behind how you deliver value. Some shine as solo entrepreneurs, selling their expertise or handmade creations. Others thrive building teams, scaling brands, or offering services like media or consulting. A mismatched model wastes your energy, leading to burnout or financial strain. 3. The right audience. Even the best offering fails if it's pitched to the wrong people. Those in the right flow know exactly who they serve, what problems they solve, and how to deliver value at the precise moment and context it's needed. With the right audience, you barely need to market. They seek you out. With the wrong audience, no amount of persuasion works. These elements ignite only when your heart, timing, and destiny are in harmony. A clear heart, free from fear or greed, keeps you steady on your path. Favorable timing provides the wave to ride. A strong destiny gives you the power to turn opportunities into tangible results. Tapping into the flow of wealth is the moment these forces converge, like an underground spring bursting through stone. Find the right spot, and abundance pours forth. An ancient proverb says, "Dig a well in the right place, and a single bucket yields water. Dig in the wrong spot, and 1,000 buckets remain dry." This is the essence of the flow of wealth. You don't need to do more. You need to do what's right, at the right time, in the right way. The right action isn't the most difficult. It's the one that fits perfectly. When you understand your role in the larger current, know what the market needs, and deliver value with authenticity and ease, you've entered your flow. Money ceases to be a constant source of worry and becomes a natural outcome of a mind, skills, and actions working in unison. You don't need to sacrifice your happiness to build wealth. In fact, living true to your essence, brings both prosperity and inner peace. Finding your flow isn't a quick fix. It requires deep reflection, relentless self-inquiry, and intentional action. But once you discover it, you'll understand why some seem to earn money with ease, their simple actions carrying profound impact, their ordinary work generating extraordinary value. They don't chase wealth, they live within their flow. That's where money becomes a loyal companion, staying close, never abandoning you, because you've uncovered its true path. Chapter 5. What to do when timing and destiny haven't arrived. Every journey of growth includes a phase where, despite your best efforts, the results you seek refuse to materialize. Money doesn't flow, opportunities remain elusive, connections falter, and everything feels shrouded in uncertainty and stagnation. This is the desert phase, a stretch of life where the destination is invisible, your path feels uncertain, and the temptation to give up grows strong. In this desert, many misjudge themselves, believing they're inadequate, unworthy of prosperity, or that life has turned its back on them. But the truth is far different. You're not wrong. You're not incapable. Your timing and destiny simply haven't yet aligned. Like a farmer caring for seeds, no matter how diligently you tend them, you must wait for the season to reap the harvest. Digging up the roots daily to check their progress only destroys what you've planted. So, what should you do in this desert? Don't double down on blind effort. Instead, turn inward to build your strength, cultivate goodwill, and prepare for the moment when opportunity dawns. First, cultivate goodwill. Goodwill is the silent capital that shapes your destiny. In times of scarcity, you may not generate wealth, but you can still grow your reservoir of goodwill, a powerful, invisible asset that influences your future. Goodwill doesn't demand grand gestures. It's found in living with greater kindness, helping someone in need, honoring your commitments, avoiding harm to others, or refraining from negative words and thoughts. These quiet acts build your fortune in ways the eye can't see. Those with deep goodwill, when destiny aligns, transform a single effort into tenfold results. Those with little goodwill, even in moments of great opportunity, may falter if they lack the virtue to sustain their gains. Like a sturdy foundation, goodwill determines how tall the house of your destiny can rise. In the desert, you're not fading. You're being refined, tempered, and purified for what's to come. Second, strengthen your inner core. Your inner strength determines how swiftly you can rise when the moment arrives. Many assume that learning new skills or practicing diligently is enough. But when destiny knocks, the torrent of opportunity can overwhelm those who aren't ready. The desert is the ideal time to forge your core. Learn new skills, deepen your financial literacy, master your emotions, explore your true self, redefine your values, or build disciplined habits in your work and daily life. Inner strength isn't just about knowledge or expertise. It's about staying grounded in the face of chaos, making clear decisions under pressure, and holding fast to integrity when temptation beckons. Your inner strength is the one thing you can control, even when the world around you seems to stand still. When you're strong within, you don't waver when the tides of time shift. When destiny arrives, you seize it with precision. When it's absent, you stand unshaken, like a mountain weathering the storm. Third, master the art of waiting for the right moment. Success doesn't reward the reckless or the impatient. Waiting is one of life's most challenging skills, demanding patience without surrendering your faith. Those who wait without abandoning their path, without retreating from the journey, are the ones who capture the greatest opportunities. Not every effort leads to victory. Only efforts made at the right time bear fruit. Waiting doesn't mean idleness. It means continuing to do what's necessary, even when rewards aren't immediate. It's living with integrity, even when no one acknowledges your efforts. It's taking small, steady steps toward your goal, even when the finish line is out of sight. A life-changing opportunity may arrive in a matter of days, but it's built on months or years of quiet perseverance. Those who lack resolve often quit just before the breakthrough arrives. How do you recognize when destiny is shifting? Look for subtle but unmistakable signs. A stranger offers unexpected help, a brilliant idea sparks in a moment of stillness, or you feel a sudden lightness, a release of worry, a clarity of mind without explanation. These are signals that your energy is flowing again, that destiny is turning in your favor. With heightened awareness, you'll sense the new breeze preparing to sweep through your life. But if you're mired in doubt, clinging to old fears, or consumed by desperation, you'll miss these signs. To see destiny's shift, you must step out of craving and into a state of openness. When you stop trying to force life to bend to your will, life delivers exactly what you need, in ways you couldn't have planned. The desert phase is a time of gathering and refining. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Just keep moving forward, even if your steps are small, even if no one sees, even if the results haven't yet arrived. This isn't a season of failure. It's a season of preparation, a hibernation that sets the stage for a vibrant spring. Those who cross the desert without complaint, without show, without haste, reach the oasis that eludes the masses. When you feel yourself slowing down, don't give in to despair. Life may be holding you back, not to harm you, but to protect you from straying. Sometimes, success delays its arrival to ensure you're mature enough to hold it, strong enough to sustain it, and wise enough to make it last. Chapter 6. Simplifying to catch the current. The world is accelerating at a dizzying pace. Information piles up, trends shift overnight, opportunities flash briefly before vanishing, and people are pulled away from their center. In this whirlwind, many scatter their energy, working tirelessly without progress, striving yet exhausted, busy yet stuck. The root cause isn't a lack of effort, but a lack of focus, with energy spread too thin across too many directions. This is when you need a new approach to living and acting. Simplify to catch the current. In the realm of finance, there's a principle known as the law of focused attraction. Wealth flows to places of high gravity, where clarity, focus, and pure energy converge. Where there's chaos, deception, or clutter, money instinctively pulls away. As a form of energy, money isn't merely a material resource, it's an intelligent current, drawn to environments of high internal order. You cannot attract prosperity or opportunity if your inner world is a maze of confusion. Too many goals, too many tasks, too many unclear relationships, or too many tangled priorities. In this state, your energy fragments into countless pieces, too weak to form a powerful channel for wealth. Simplification isn't about stripping your life bare or settling for less. It's about refining your focus to amplify your impact. Like sunlight, when scattered, it merely warms the air. But when focused through a lens, it ignites a flame. Your energy, when unfocused, dissipates in trivial pursuits, unable to spark a breakthrough. By simplifying, you channel your energy into a single, potent stream. 1. Simplify your work to focus on what matters. Many people are trapped in an endless cycle of tasks, waking up with a dozen priorities, and ending the day feeling they've accomplished nothing meaningful. The problem isn't the number of tasks, it's their quality. Are the things you're doing truly moving you toward your flow of wealth and value? Simplifying your work means identifying the actions that deliver the greatest results with the least effort, those that align with your path to prosperity. Without this clarity, you'll labor endlessly without advancing. A mindful entrepreneur eliminates 80% of non-essential tasks, channeling their intellect and passion into the 20% that creates real leverage. The key is this: the right action doesn't require volume, it requires precision. 2. Simplify your spending to create space for wealth. It may sound counterintuitive, but those who spend less and spend wisely often attract more wealth than those who spend recklessly. Your spending habits reflect your beliefs about value, abundance, and self-worth. When you spend on things that don't nourish your energy or fuel your growth, you send a signal to the universe. I need material things to fill an inner void. This creates a negative cycle, where money flows out freely but struggles to return. In contrast, simplifying your spending, focusing on what's truly necessary, sends a powerful message. I am enough. I have mastery over my financial energy. This state draws wealth back to you. Simplifying spending isn't about living in deprivation. It's about spending with intention, investing in what brings returns, whether in growth, joy, or goodwill. Those who spend little but well often outpace those who spend lavishly without strategy. 3. Simplify your relationships to nurture true connections. One of the greatest drains on your energy is relationships that are out of alignment. People who don't share your values or energy, yet linger in your life due to habit, history, or social pressure. These connections are like background apps running on your phone, invisible, but slowing you down, weighing you heavy, and dulling your clarity to seize opportunities. Simplifying your relationships doesn't mean cutting everyone out or isolating yourself. It means cleansing your energy circle. Surround yourself with those who lift you up, who inspire growth, honesty, and mutual progress. For relationships that pull you down, have the courage to set boundaries, reduce contact, or let go entirely. If letting go isn't possible, reframe the interaction by changing its context or frequency. In a clean energy circle, you shine brighter, feel lighter, and act with greater decisiveness. Wealth doesn't chase those who talk a good game. It seeks those with a steady frequency and healthy, vibrant connections. 4. Return to your roots, for a tree cannot bear fruit if its roots are decayed. Simplification isn't just about external changes, it's a journey inward, to the very foundation of your life. Revisit your core values, your long-term vision, the reason you began this journey, and what prosperity truly means to you. Many chase wealth without asking, why do I want it? What will it serve? When you lose touch with your original purpose, you lose your inner clarity. Even if you touch wealth, it slips away, or it fails to bring fulfillment. A life without strong roots will always veer off course. If you feel overwhelmed, drained, or directionless, pause. This isn't a retreat. It's a pruning, a cleansing of your life system. Like a gardener trimming dead branches to encourage new growth, you must boldly cut away what saps your energy each day, whether it's clutter, distractions, or misaligned commitments. Simplification isn't a trend of living slowly. It's a strategy for living smarter, reducing waste, sharpening focus, silencing noise, and amplifying clarity. On the path to tapping into wealth's flow, those who travel light go far. Those who streamline move nimbly, and those who see clearly lead the current. Before you chase more money, simplify your life to channel your energy into a single, powerful stream. That stream will carry you to prosperity. Chapter 7. The leverage of the awake. Your resources are finite, but your potential is boundless when you use leverage wisely. In a world where speed is the ultimate advantage, relying solely on your own effort to achieve success is an outdated approach that yields diminishing returns. Those who rise swiftly, especially in turbulent times, don't work the hardest. They work smartest, using leverage at the right time, in the right place, and at the right level. Leverage isn't about cutting corners or manipulating others. It's about harnessing the tools, people, and forces around you to amplify your efforts exponentially. Like lifting a massive boulder, bare hands make it impossible, but a lever and a fulcrum make the task effortless. In life, those who are awake don't complain about their burdens. They seek the lever and the fulcrum to propel themselves forward. What forms of leverage do the awake use to unlock their destiny, seize the moment, and channel the flow of wealth? 1. Leverage of timing. Riding the wave of change. The wise don't create the waves. They ride the ones already rising. A booming industry, a technological breakthrough, a shift in consumer behavior. These are invisible forces that, when tapped, carry you further with less effort. Those who embraced the digital revolution didn't need to be tech wizards. They simply applied technology to their businesses, slashing costs, boosting efficiency, and scaling rapidly. Timing leverage is about doing the right thing at the right stage for the right market. Being awake isn't about outrunning others. It's about knowing when to sprint and when to pause, avoiding the trap of fighting against the wind. 2. Leverage of people. Building a network of strength. Many achieve greatness not because they know everything, but because they know the right people. A skilled connector can unlock resources, wisdom, or opportunities with a single conversation that would take others years to earn. People leverage is about cultivating high-quality relationships, nurturing authentic networks, and identifying who to walk with in each phase of your journey. A compatible partner, a timely mentor, or a trusted friend can light your path when you're lost. This isn't about exploiting others. It's about creating synergy, where the collective impact far exceeds what any one person could achieve alone. That's why leaders often rise in groups. They don't need to master every skill. They master the art of reading people and building trust. 3. Leverage of energy. Harnessing your inner and outer power. Energy, though invisible, is the foundation of your life's quality and the effectiveness of your actions. High-vibration energy attracts opportunities, sharpens your decisions, empowers your actions, and clarifies your choices. Low energy breeds doubt, procrastination, and fear, holding you back from your potential. Energy leverage isn't about forcing artificial positivity. It's about creating a lifestyle that fuels your vitality, eating nourishing foods, resting deeply, moving your body regularly, keeping your space clean and uplifting, avoiding toxic influences, and spending time in nature. Energy also flows from work that aligns with your core values. When you live true to your purpose, your energy doesn't leak, it amplifies. When you pursue what sets your soul alight, your commitment becomes effortless. 4. Leverage of community. Serving the collective good. The old world thrived on competition. The new world thrives on connection. In the past, success came from standing out alone. Today, it comes from building together. A content creator who collaborates with an existing community spreads their message faster than starting from scratch. A product championed by its users outshines even the most expensive marketing campaigns. A business model rooted in community has greater resilience, reach, and impact than one built in isolation. Community leverage is about creating value for the collective first, trusting that your personal gains will follow. When you contribute to raising a community's energy, you don't need to chase destiny. It finds you. 5. Leverage of technology. Achieving more with less. We live in an extraordinary era where a single idea, paired with a smartphone, can reach millions. From artificial intelligence to digital platforms, automation to creative tools, technology is a lever available to everyone. Those who are unaware feel overwhelmed by technology and retreat. But those who are awake embrace it to save time, expand their influence, generate passive income, and reduce reliance on manual labor. No matter your field, learning to use even one technological tool to amplify your value gives you a competitive edge. Those who master technology leverage don't succeed because they work harder. They succeed because they work smarter. Consider those who've transformed their lives through leverage. A business owner devastated by a crisis pivoted to online sales, using technology and new market demands to rebuild their empire. An investor who lost everything in a bad deal found a mentor who shifted their perspective, guiding them to the right flow. A worker laid off during tough times used their downtime to learn new skills, launching a product at the perfect moment. What unites these stories? They didn't escape hardship. They refused to stay trapped in it. They identified the right lever and used it to leap forward. The moment you realize you don't need endless resources, just the right point of leverage, your life begins to move. Those who are awake don't try to do everything. They focus on doing the right things, at the right time, with the right tools. Success becomes less about exhausting yourself and more about aligning your awareness, strategy, and energy. You don't need to conquer the world to attract wealth. You just need to find your pivot point, and prosperity will flow to you. Chapter 8. Creating a safe haven for wealth. At its core, money isn't a lifeless object. It's a living energy, flowing with purpose, and an unseen intelligence that chooses where to settle. Like seeds that sprout only in fertile soil under favorable conditions, money thrives in environments of security, stability, and vitality. If you observe closely, you'll notice a recurring pattern. Those with lasting prosperity rarely live in chaos or dwell in negativity. They maintain order in their lives, from how they manage their time and finances to how they care for their physical spaces and mental clarity. Money avoids disorder, as chaos signals scattered, leaking energy. When you cultivate inner calm and create an environment free of clutter, distraction, and energy drains, money senses a safe haven where it can stay, grow, and multiply. 1. Your home as a sanctuary for prosperity. Your home is more than a place to live. It's the primary energy field you enter each day, shaping your mood, your vibration, and the rhythm of your life. A home that's cluttered, dimly lit, cramped, or heavy with the residue of conflict repels wealth. Money flourishes in spaces that are intentionally simplified, filled with light, air, and order, where every object is placed with care and the energy feels clean and vibrant. Such a space becomes a channel for prosperity and opportunity to flow freely. Take a moment to assess your home. Does it spark energy and focus, or does it drain you, scatter your thoughts, or make you dread returning? If it's the latter, that's a sign wealth struggles to take root there. 2. A prosperity mindset as a magnetic force. Your mindset is the command center for your actions, habits, and financial decisions. A scarcity mindset, even when you have money, behaves as if you're poor, fearing loss, hesitating to share, or clinging tightly to every penny. This creates a closed-off energy field, stifling money's ability to flow and grow. A prosperity mindset, on the other hand, understands that money is a current, meant to move. It invests in knowledge, experiences, and assets that generate long-term value, spending thoughtfully but not fearfully, and embracing the cycle of giving and receiving. A prosperity mindset isn't about empty affirmations or forced optimism. It's a deep, grounded state built on true understanding, intentional action, and unwavering faith in your ability to create value. When your heart trusts in your capacity to generate abundance, unafraid of loss, and unburdened by greed, you emit a frequency that draws wealth closer. 3. Your circle as a conduit for prosperity. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your environment, whether at work, with friends, or online, is filled with complaints, negativity, financial woes, blame, envy, or fear, your energy sinks to match it. Money avoids paths mired in conflict, ego, or clashing vibrations. It thrives in circles that nurture growth, inspire possibility, awaken clarity, and support collective progress. Your circle isn't just the people you see, it's the information you consume, the videos you watch, the articles you read, the conversations you engage in. Every word, image, or emotion you absorb shapes your energy subtly. Be wary of environments that are toxic in disguise, seemingly harmless, but quietly eroding your inner strength, pulling you away from the flow of prosperity. 4. A clear heart as the foundation of all paths. Only when your inner world is orderly, clear, and purposeful do you possess the gravity to hold wealth. Money doesn't linger in places of doubt or arrogance. It seeks quiet confidence, steady resolve. It doesn't demand the most skilled or the most charismatic, just someone who knows who they are, where they're going, and what value they bring. A clear heart isn't blind positivity, it's wisdom, discerning right from wrong, good from harm, value from vanity, and choosing actions that build rather than destroy. Living with integrity, keeping your word, avoiding deceit, and refusing to trade your principles for quick gains creates a secure space for wealth to grow cleanly and sustainably. Money may visit those who rely on trickery or unchecked greed, but it departs swiftly, often with harsh consequences. Only by cultivating a stable, honest, and compassionate ecosystem do you sustain the frequency that allows wealth to flow in, take root, and flourish in peace. In essence, wealth isn't just the reward of hard work, it's the harvest of an inner and outer sanctuary where money feels safe to grow. Clear your home, brighten your mind, realign your circle, and illuminate your heart. Don't merely chase money. Build a haven where it wants to stay, thrive, and multiply. When your energy field is radiant, steady, and filled with purpose, wealth arrives like birds returning to a warm nest. No pursuit required, just the solid ground of your being as its home. Chapter 9. Sustaining and Expanding Wealth. When you align with the flow, hit the right moment, and center your destiny, wealth begins to pour in. A project might take off unexpectedly, a new income stream might open effortlessly, or an opportunity might elevate you from stability to abundance. But the true challenge isn't attracting money. It's having the wisdom, discipline, and strength to hold it, nurture it, and grow it over time. Countless people have tasted wealth or success only to find themselves, within years or even months, back in struggle, debt, or disarray. They found the flow but failed to sustain their destiny, their heart, or the systems needed to keep wealth flowing. Money, when mishandled, is like water cupped in your hands. Without a proper vessel, it arrives quickly and slips away just as fast. Common mistakes after tapping into the flow include 1. Squandering wealth, losing destiny, or straying from your heart. When money arrives, a natural impulse is to make up for past hardships or scarcity. People splurge impulsively, indulge in extravagance, or spend without restraint, assuming the flow will never stop. But such reckless behavior is the first sign of a broken flow. You shift from creating value to consuming it, from balance to excess, from intention to distraction. Others don't squander their wealth, but lose their destiny by letting their heart waver. They grow arrogant, dismissive of others, or overconfident, diving into too many projects or chasing investments that don't align with their path. A shaken heart leads to erratic actions. Erratic actions dim your destiny, Even if you hold on to your money, a clouded heart weakens your ability to guide wealth naturally, as you once did. Another pitfall is a shift in mindset. When you started, you worked for value, contribution, and gratitude. With wealth, some begin working to prove themselves, to feed their ego, or to outshine others. This disconnects you from the original energy that sparked your success. Without harmony between your heart and your actions, money has no reason to stay. 2. Building systems to let wealth grow. One of the most critical steps after capturing wealth is creating a system to manage, protect, and expand it strategically. You can't rely on the spontaneous methods of your early days. You need a clear framework for every aspect of your finances: income, expenses, investments, savings, lending, asset building, giving, and safeguarding against risks. Divide your wealth into 3 distinct streams. The living stream, for daily needs, essential expenses, and maintaining your lifestyle and energy. The growing stream, reinvested to create new sources of income through business ventures, assets, or systems that run independently. The goodwill stream, dedicated to giving back through charity, helping others, or acts of kindness with no expectation of return. Systemizing your finances prevents emotions from derailing your decisions, keeps you in control, and creates a healthy cycle where money doesn't just arrive, it multiplies, enriching every aspect of your life's ecosystem. 3. Planting new seeds of goodwill to sustain prosperity. Some achieve wealth once, but struggle to repeat it because they fail to plant new seeds of goodwill after reaping their harvest. They consume their rewards without sowing for the future. Those who are awake after gaining wealth give back, not just with money, but with their wisdom, opportunities, or guidance for those coming behind them. They move from simply having to becoming a force for good. This act of giving creates a powerful vortex, drawing more opportunities, wealth, and meaningful connections into their lives. Planting goodwill doesn't diminish your wealth. It lightens your spirit, deepens your purpose, and provides an invisible shield against future uncertainties. When you give value without expecting immediate returns, the universe orchestrates rewards in ways you couldn't imagine. Ultimately, after navigating seasons of scarcity, tapping into the flow, perhaps indulging in excess, and then learning to hold wealth wisely, you reach a state of financial maturity. You no longer chase money, crave it desperately, seek it beyond your control, or fear its loss. You live in alignment with your values, do what's right, and keep your heart clear and steady. Money becomes a natural byproduct of a life lived with purpose, integrity, and positivity. In this state, you're no longer swayed by money. You become its guide, shaping its flow to benefit yourself and those around you. This mindset anchors you through economic storms, keeps you humble when others outshine you, and holds you steady when prosperity dips. Every financial cycle is a test of your heart's resolve. Those who remain rooted in their core always endure and rise again in the next wave. Money is only true wealth when you hold it with care, grow it with wisdom, and plant it back into the world with the right intention. Tapping into the flow isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new cycle, one of greater maturity, deeper impact, and broader influence. Be more than a magnet for prosperity. Be the foundation where it takes root, grows strong, and spreads goodwill to yourself and those you touch. In this way, you're not just wealthy. You're chosen by the current of abundance, a steward of its power, and a beacon for its light.